I self-published my first novel at 18 before I knew anything about editing. I was so young when I wrote this book. I started writing it when I was 16, ended up working on it for 2 years, and then I just decided to put it out there without any editing whatsoever. At that point, I just didn't know much about the editing process. I didn't know what revisions were supposed to look like, and I honestly didn't know what I didn't know. And so I ended up, after a few months and a few really, really honest, but very critical Amazon reviews, I ended up taking the book down. Funny enough, though, I did get quite a few good reviews, so I'm not sure what those people were reading, but I ended up realizing that, okay, this story is not ready. And I buried that story so deep, I didn't look at it for years. I haven't even read it since then. But the story has always stayed with me because I feel like it had really, really, really good bones. It had a good premise, but I just didn't know what to do with it at that time. And I was ignorant to the process of writing and what it takes to take a story from first draft to completion. Fast forward to now, I'm 32 years old, have my MFA in fiction writing, and I know a whole lot more about how to tell a story, how to write a book than I did back then. So I'm digging that story up from the grave, and I have decided that I am going to edit this story from start to finish here on TikTok because I just don't want this story to be something that is I just don't want this story to be left untold because I really, really do believe in it. And I feel like with a few tweaks, not a few, with some major tweaks, I will be honest about that. With some major tweaks, I feel like this story could really be something. I feel like this story has the potential to be really, really beautiful. So for the next long while, I'm going to be on here editing this novel every single day, twice a day. And the idea is that I will read a scene in the morning, either a scene or a chapter, whichever is shorter, in the morning. And then in the evening, I will edit that same scene. Some of this is going to be rough, just fair warning. Some of it will be a little bit cringe, but I'm giving grace to my 18-year-old self because, this was just a girl who loved to tell stories and she was trying her best and she just did what she could. She was a little bit naive, but she had the passion, and that's important. But the bones of the story are strong, and that's what I want to focus on. So we got to trust the process. We just got to trust this process. So I'll see you tomorrow in episode 1 of editing the novel I wrote when I was 18. Bye.